The University of Washington Tacoma has been a partner in clean water innovation since our founding in 1990. As both our campus footprint and our student enrollment continues to grow, we are officially at 4,309 students for this academic year, largest ever, of course. The impact that we can have on the development of new thinking and innovation around clean water science and technology is magnified with the growth of our student body, but also our faculty. UW investments in the Center for Urban Waters, which is a LEED Platinum facility, and its Port of Tacoma endowed chair, Dr. Joel Baker, have leveraged over $8 million in federal, state, and private research dollars focused on clean water technologies to Tacoma, and also created, Bruce Kendall, 11 new professional staff positions. This is a certain kind of economic development and job creation, which the University of Washington Tacoma contributes in the whole fabric and the ecology of economic development. These investments continue in line with our national designation as an urban clean water technology innovation partnership zone, an honor we share with many partners. We are currently building an exciting new collaborative research space in the Science Building, which is just steps from here, specifically designed to catalyze university and private research and development partnerships focused on developing the next generation of clean water technologies. And when that facility is ready, we will have another party and invite all of you to join us. By the way, today is the University of Washington's birthday, and so you'll see a lot of us decked out in purple and gold, and that's the reason we celebrate its birthday every year. We have also just completed an $800,000 enhancement of analytic instrumentation. In other words, fancy, very expensive equipment at the Center for Urban Waters, creating unique capabilities not only for today's challenges, but also to explore and anticipate future clean water issues. And this is another thing that the University of Washington can do with its research scientists and science capabilities, is to bring a certain kind of instrumentation, a certain kind of expertise, so that our community and our partners can also participate and benefit. We are committed to working with our partners, many in this room today, to ensure the continued success of clean water technology in the South Sound. In addition to sharing UW-Tacoma's ongoing work, I'm pleased to announce that UW is using its own resources, I guess we are making this announcement today, to create a senior leadership position at the Center for Urban Waters focused on clean water innovation. And this another new job at a very high level. Yeah, we will. This person will work tirelessly to build additional collaborations with both private and public sectors and will represent our efforts on a national and international level, and Joel Baker is inviting applicants, so please let him know if someone comes to mind. We have also recently partnered with our UW Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering in Seattle to create 2 new shared faculty positions. This is the first time that that's happened between the 2 campuses, a joint interview committee in freshwater sciences. So that's wonderful, and you'll meet the first of those 2 new professors in January, who will be joining us in a shared arrangement with civil and environmental engineering. This person, one of those positions focuses on urban water systems engineering. So again, we are trying to be a good partner in joining with all of you in making this a center for clean water innovation, just as Connie Bacon has always wanted. I'm pleased to turn the microphone over to one of the principal architects and organizers of Wellspring, but someone who has also imagined that we could here become a center for clean water innovation. She is a long-serving commissioner at the Port of Tacoma and former executive director of the World Trade Center Tacoma. She also served as special assistant to former Washington Governor Booth Gardner. Connie is a fierce proponent of clean water technology cluster and what it means for the future of Tacoma. Connie Bacon.
I just want to tell you about a dream. We have a dream, the Water Partners of Tacoma dream that one day Tacoma and Pierce County will be at least one of the major hubs for environmental cleanup of water. As a matter of fact, environmental solutions overall, but we're focusing on water right now. And we bring you together because you are folks who are interested in what happens with water. You have skills and you have innovative ideas, and we want you to share those today. And this second conference just shows that the interest in clean water is huge out there. You know, when you come to think of it, we can't do without water, and it has to be clean. I've been all over the world, and I have seen places where there isn't clean water, in Africa with children that don't have access to clean water. You will hear from our Chinese guests later on the work that they're doing, and I have been there many times and in the most beautiful 5-star hotels, and you can't drink the water that comes out of the sink. So we have a lot of work to do, and we intend to be the hub for the solutions in Pierce County in Tacoma. So we welcome you here. We really, really do, because we want you to talk together, we want you to share your ideas, we want you to learn, and we want you to come back next year. So have a great 2 days. There are lots of resources here. Don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to walk up to somebody and say, hey, what do you do? We are delighted to have you here, and I am delighted to introduce to you my partner in crime, Bruce Kendall, who is president of the Economic Development Board, and together we have hatched a lot of ideas and have had a lot of help from the university and a lot of leaders in the community. So, Bruce, it's all yours.
Thank you, Connie, and thank you, Chancellor Friedman, for making this possible today in this wonderful, wonderful space. We are indeed in our second year of Wellspring. We're about 60% larger than we were last year in terms of registrants. We've got 11 more sponsors this year than we did last year. So you can see the momentum building in the private and public sectors and in the academic sector as well around this notion of this being a hub for clean water technology and clean water solutions. We are very grateful for all of you being here. As Connie said, we are particularly grateful for those sponsors I mentioned, and I want to just pause for a second and give them some recognition. Our title sponsors, the City of Tacoma Environmental Services Division, the Russell Family Foundation, and the Port of Tacoma, are 3 big title sponsors without which we couldn't have done this event. So let's give them a round of applause. You probably picked up at registration, and it's also on your table on the tent card, a list of our other sponsors. I'll just go through all of these, and then we'll give them a round of applause at the end. Our lunch sponsor, Biochar, our tote bag sponsor, Water Tectonics, our 2 coffee break sponsors, Landau Associates and AHBL, our exhibitors who paid for the privilege of exhibiting, and we really appreciate that, Gully Washer, Contech Engineered Solutions, Stormwater RX, Water Tectonics, again, has a table in the back. The City of Tacoma has a table in the back. Filterra Bioretention Systems, the Port of Tacoma also has a table in the back. The Russell Family Foundation, I'm not sure if they have a table, but they are indeed here with us as well. And I believe I mentioned the Port of Tacoma. We really encourage you during the breaks. We've built in a number of breaks and an hour for lunch during which there's no speaker at the lunch period. So we hope you, when you finish your lunch, you have a chance to go back and talk with some of the businesses and governments and agencies that are displaying in the back. So why are we here? In the economic development world, we call this cluster acceleration. And clusters in our world are geographic, proximate groups of companies, academic institutions, governments, and nonprofit organizations that interact with each other to increase productivity and job creation in a particular field. And the field we're talking about here today, of course, are things related to clean water technology. Regions of the world with fully developed clusters have higher levels of job creation, higher wages, higher levels of wealth creation than other regions that do not. They're also, and I think you would agree, a lot more fun to live in when there's a lot of activity like this going on. The best of the best lead the world in their field. That's always the goal. Whether it's movie making in Southern California or airplane making right here in Washington State, strong economic clusters define a region, and they provide the citizens of that region with better opportunities to be part of something great, and that includes a great job and a great career. All clusters, however, just like Boeing, just like the movie-making industry, they started with a single step. Part of our work together is to identify emerging areas of expertise in Tacoma-Pierce County and then do what we can to accelerate their development. We know that we've emerged, as Connie and the Chancellor said, as an epicenter of clean water technology expertise, and many of you are at the core of that work. Our job now, as it has been for the last couple years, is to look down every tributary and see what we can do to grow this cluster. It's a long-term play. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, but we're on the right path, we believe. 2 years ago, as Connie said, she and I sat down at her instigation with a number of you and formed what became ultimately the Water Partners of Tacoma. It emerged actually from a dinner party. Like all great ideas, they start at a dinner party. It was a long, very fun dinner party. Joel Baker was there, so everything we're doing right is probably directly attributable to Joel. Everything we're doing wrong you can attribute to me. We came out of that with this idea that we agreed with Connie's idea that we needed to do something to better organize ourselves to accelerate what we already had going in clean water technology and policy making in this market. At our organization, at the Economic Development Board, we're doing 3 things as part of our participation in accelerating this cluster. First, we have a targeted recruitment specialist working for us, Bill Stewart, who is cultivating companies from around the United States to try to entice them to move into this market if they're not here already, to take advantage of the science and expertise that is here. That's why we're particularly excited with the new position Joel's creating, part of which is technology transfer. We think we will be able to make some headway in this recruitment effort and are very excited about that work. The second thing we're doing is we're working with the City of Tacoma and Pierce County to hire, we have hired a year or 2 ago, a company called Vital Content PR. And what Vital Content PR does, and they're here with us today, is they place articles in trade publications and some mainstream publications around the world that are about some of the science and innovations in clean water that are happening right here in Tacoma-Pierce County. So if you subscribe to Water World, which I'm sure all of you do, you've read at least 1 or 2 articles in the last 18 months about some of the cool things that are happening right here in Tacoma-Pierce County. And then, of course, there's Wellspring. The idea that Connie had that we needed an event, we needed a place where people could gather that shines a bright light on the great work that you all are doing in this cluster and brings leaders in from across all these disciplines to share with each other and to push each other to get better all the time. Great things can happen from this, and like most key economic development results, it's what you don't plan for that's sometimes the most important thing that can emerge from these sort of efforts. So we're very excited about being part of this, and we'll continue to be a part of this in the future. It's going to be a great day. I'm your MC. I'll be the conduit between panels, the Q&A sessions, etc. And we're very excited about, as I said, an interactive day. So get your questions ready. The panelists want to be grilled. They want to be absolutely grilled by your questions. So please have a few compliments, but also get ready with some hard-hitting questions.